Welcome to Numb Bills Fan Podcast, episode number 201. That's right. I'm your host, David Palermo, and on the line is Mike Smith. We'll be talking to Fantasy Smitty. That's his Twitter handle. Get on it in a minute about the Buffalo Bills victory over the Tennessee Titans. Really a W. Don't give a fuck how you get it. Just keep getting them. And the AFC win is really awesome against an opponent that really beat two good teams this year. So we'll dive right into it. Here's the intro music. All right, yeah, so Mike Smith, hello. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. David Palermo.
I thought it was a good W. So, as always, to the people out there, follow along on Instagram. If you want up-to-date stuff, just do the Numb Bills Fan Instagram. It's really easy. It's my fastest format, personally. So, if you can, follow on there. Video's easy. Audio's easy. A little bit of just, you'll know when something pops up promotionally for a podcast. If you don't already subscribe to the podcast, please do so on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, wherever you grab your podcasts, or numbbillsfan.com has your one-stop shop, and you can just check that and play with the auto player. Actually, it doesn't autoplay because I'm not a dick. So you can go through the blog posts and find the ones you want to listen to. Lastly, we're brought to you by Punch Drunk Sports, and follow them on Twitter at Punch Drunk. Love their podcast. Great sports podcast. Can't wait to hear them talk about the UFC debacle that went on, and that was kind of funny. So, Bills win. The run was effective. The stats offensively were ugly, and it was really a game of timing. It reminded me of one of those games, Mike, where the defense just keeps getting better every game, and it was kind of like one of those games where the Titans are in it the whole time, and then a few Billsy-ish kind of things happen, like that dude dropping the ball for a would-be touchdown, because then you would have had to get into the end zone, which could have been a different story for the Bills. That said, they were running the ball at will. I thought that McCoy and Ivory were a solid tandem. That said, I still thought that, when McCoy's in the groove, I want to see him stay out there unless he initiates that he wants to come off. Keep him out there and then bring in Ivory. That said, it worked out. They ran the clock out at the end of the game to a T. Josh Allen, not too bad on that last drive, but really, I could be going on a limb here. I feel like that game, his accuracy was kind of the product of maybe some shell shock, but I'll get into that with you. I'm just railing you, Mike, my thoughts. Defensively, they keep stepping up, man. Our man Taron Johnson there, kid is awesome, dude. Like, he definitely studies tape. I was watching that play where he picked the ball, like, out of nowhere, yo. Like, kid just comes out with the ball. Just, like boom, boom, boom. Like, within 3 steps, he had the ball. It was crazy. It was just so fast, and that's all film study, so it's nice to see that gem. Bills picked up Jordan Phillips off a waivers, former second-round pick, I believe, in 2015? I could be wrong, for the Miami Dolphins, which is kind of funny because, like, I forgot what the report was, but he was, like, talking shit on the Dolphins sidelines. They released him, and, McDermott and company, they're all about this, like, culture and shit, and, like, the one dude who you would think is a fucking asshole on the outside, which I don't give a fuck, dude. I am stoked on Jordan Phillips. I ain't judging you, homie. I'm just telling you, like, what they've been telling us with the Bills, Jordan, if you're listening, is that, like, we just want high culture guys. And, like, those antics, those are Rex Ryan antics. And those antics aren't really tolerated at one Bills drive. So it's just kind of fucking funny, Mike, and I'm going to toss it to you that, like, they bring in this dude. Not only is he getting a crowd hype, but he plays better than fucking or as good with these defensive linemen. If he's been there all fucking season, like, he was awesome, and that made the edge rushers that much better. That made Lorenzo Alexander that much better. The linebackers cleaner. It was awesome. It was really a solid defensive performance. I'm just not sure what to think about the Titans offensively, and that's where I'm going to kick it to you. And if you want to, take the floor for a few minutes, and then I'll just, like, interrupt you eventually.
No, honestly, I have no problem with what the Bills are doing on, the defensive side of the ball. After that, first half, the first 6 quarters of the season, like the defense has improved greatly. But we expected the defense to play well. You mentioned that the Bills were running at will. I wouldn't necessarily say that. They were able to run, which was a positive, but again, I mean, it's not like they were doing it very efficiently.
Can I defend myself real quick on that? My point is they actually
No,
had a lot of first
go
downs
ahead.
and stuff. They had a lot of first downs. They actually kept the ball moving. They didn't run it statistically great when you look at the numbers, but it was effective. The timing is what makes those numbers a little skewed. You follow? That's all. And that's all I got to say about that.
No, the fact that they were able, like, I mean, look at the 4 games prior to that. Like, if you look at the running, it's literally non-existent. So this is definitely a step in the right direction. But I mean, anytime Chris Ivory's touching the ball as much as he did on Sunday, I have some cause for concern when he rushes 14 times at 3 yards a clip. 3.1, I mean, statistically.
Chris Ivory sealed that drive, dude. He sealed that drive.
He did, and what he did, like, it's not anything, a knock on him. He is what he is at this point. And, when he did pick up, I believe he picked up several first downs when it was that short yardage situation. That's great, but, that doesn't equate to all the additional touches that he saw the rest of the game. But granted, it's not like you can give LaShawn McCoy rushed 24 times. So it's not like he can, take all those. I mean, obviously my more concerning is the fact that, here's the thing. If you're going to play to win, that's cool. But if you're going to throw this guy in and say he needs all his reps and experience, montage, then you shouldn't really be worried about what's going on with the score if you're being honest with your evaluations. You know what I mean? If you're thinking you're somewheres, let the kid throw. There was situations where the play calling again just doesn't, make sense. I just don't get why they're still over targeting, Kelvin Benjamin. He had 25% of the targets, and now you're saying he didn't have a lot, but he had 5 of 19. That's over 25% for someone who is very ineffective.
Dude, he doesn't even stay engaged blocking. Not to cut you off, but dude, there was a run that Ivory had in I think the fourth quarter, and he just let off one arm and he didn't even know where the fucking play was. But it's that's the whole reason you finish your fucking blocks until the whistle, man.
No, and the thing is, they're not having Josh Allen just read the field like a mastermind. So normally when these targets are coming to Calvin Benjamin, it's because it's designed in the play call that he is the first option to be seen and to get the ball to. So they're getting the ball to him by design. So I think they need to, at this point, start to say, hey, Zay Jones is our best wideout option at this point. And for all the listeners that think Zay Jones hasn't done anything, no one on this offense has done anything, okay? So,
hey, Zay Jones has been the king of garbage time receptions. You better watch your fucking self, Mike.
Well, he had again, like I said, he caught 3 of his 4 targets, okay? I don't care when he's getting them. There's no garbage time in this game because the game was always within reach one way or another. So, again, I'm not saying Zay Jones is phenomenal by no means, okay? I'm just saying when you have your best option, whoever that best option is, get him the ball more. Especially when the option you are going to is statistically the worst in the NFL. It's time to get off. But no, so my thing is the game plan. They ran a lot. They only threw the ball 20 times, not even 20, 19, 20 if you count the punter's throw. But the game plan again on offense was just not good. It was just kind of like what they did with Tyrod Taylor. Okay, we're in the game. Let's not do anything. Don't do anything crazy. If we have to punt and play field position, we'll just put all this on our defense and they'll just keep us into the game at the end. And then who knows? You never know what's going to happen. Like at the end, maybe we can get a drive or something. You know what I mean? Like
it's like it was like their perfect game yesterday. It was their perfect fucking game.
It's like, yeah, like that's
like
not,
so
like,
1965, dude. Like holy
right.
fuck.
It's not a progressive thing. Like watching a game that is that offensively inept is just bad. And the thing is, like, the defense played better, but yesterday was I don't like, and I know it's the NFL, like a win's a win's a win. That's like when you're good, and sometimes you run into like a situation where you have a tough game and you squeeze out a win. When you're a bad team and you're just putting up bad numbers and you wind up getting a win because you had 3 turnovers, like that doesn't speak volumes for your offense. Like if you have 3 turnovers, you should have put up points. Like literally the byproduct of your victory was the fact that, you know, if Mariota would have had the ball in his hands more, he would have thrown for over 200 yards. They would have scored the touchdown because obviously they had the drop, but they were at least doing stuff. And the only thing that saved us was the fact that our defense's intensity is there, but the offense is still terrible. Like they're not moving the ball.
I don't know. They got a lot of first downs, and they actually had time of possession, man. Like that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. That's like Patriot football. Like you don't realize the fucking game is over, and it's just right there for the taking. How many times have we been the Titans in this game where like the game is right there, and you're like, of course you dropped the ball. Are you serious, dude? You dropped the ball, and you know, dude. I know. I'm with you. I'm with you.
They had 220 yards of offense. Okay, they had 6 first downs in the game, not including the penalized first downs. But they went for it on 4th down twice to be able to get 2 of their first downs. They're not an efficient. Their offense is. I mean, you can't even say it's not efficient. It is literally the worst in the NFL.
Aren't they like the 2 bottom 5 in points or something like that?
I guarantee you they're bottom. I'm off the top of my head. I can't even think of anyone that scored less points than the Bills. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're last. They're last in scoring.
Dude, the Bills had 15 first downs. You know, that's like a lot for them. Or no, I'm sorry, 18 first downs.
When? On Sunday?
Yeah.
Well, if they had 18 first downs, then they did it via the penalties.
6 passing first downs, 10 rushing first downs, and 2 penalty first downs. So, in passing, you know, 10 for 20, 79 yards. Yeah, awful. 43 attempts rushing, 144 yards. And obviously 1 rushing touchdown. And they had the time of possession was 33-49 Bills to 26-11. So that's what I'm trying to say, man, is like you can't if they don't have turnovers, dude, they don't win the game, really, if you think about it.
Literally, if they don't have
if that dude catches the ball, it's Josh Allen throwing him a touchdown. That's what I'm trying to say. Because this offense just gonna run the ball down their throat. No, they're gonna probably throw it the first 3 times in the series, and then they punt the ball back and they lose the game if that dude catches the ball. That's really it.
If they don't fumble twice in that game, they have time of possession, they have total yards, they have more points, and the Bills would have lost. I mean, yeah, it's great when you get the turnover, but like the fumble and the interceptions, I mean, that's more scheme based, but fumbles is, you know, it's one of those things. There's no statistical thing that says you're going to get a fumble, you know. That's just poor ball handling by the 2 players that did it. But again, my thing is the offensive play calling was it's not good. Yes, it was effective, and yes, they got some first downs, but they're not. You can't compare them to the Patriots. The Patriots
Dude, you can't just take my word in hyperbole. That's not what I'm saying. My point is they kind of just like barely just like they just drain you. The Patriots give you like this draining feeling. Like, how are we not getting any yards in this team? Like, how are we not? You know what I'm saying? Like when you play the Patriots, they're like, I don't get it. We're like right there for like the first half of the game, but it felt like this the whole time. I'm not saying like the Patriots offense, no, but the Patriots, in a way, though, they always have been able to run the ball first, believe it or not. So,
yeah. No, well, Sonny Michel's a monster. I mean, definitely enjoy watching the kid run. He's got some serious skill. But, no, my thing is, it's just the offense is so inept, and the fact that they're literally trying to protect Josh Allen and not let him gunsling, and the reads are bad. The play calling is bad. I mean, I don't know why. Like, just watch a lot of the routes. Like, how much time your line is giving. Why you have such, long developing routes, just shorten them up. I don't know. I mean, again, it's just, my thing is just the offense. I have no problems with the defense. Defense is playing great. After the first 6 quarters of the season, they figured out what the problem was, and 22 retired. He knew what the goddamn problem was too. It was him. He was getting torched. He didn't fit in, and he quit. So they're good. It's just the offense, the play calling, the accuracy issues.
Issues, Mike. I think were. I think the dude's nice and cool. Like, he's cool. I like him. He doesn't seem like too flustered. But what I do think is that his footwork shit has digressed, because his accuracy has definitely digressed, because he threw the worst balls of any game was that game.
Well, and that's, look, I don't have to beat a dead horse, but that's what he does. Like, he will wow you and then wow you the opposite, He'll be like, wow, that was a great throw. And then you'll be like, wow, that was a bad throw. So,
And then they're talking about bringing in Derick Anderson, dude. Like, fucking really? Well, was Cam Newton's back up for 7 years. Yeah, and then, like, still in the league for, like, 7 years before that. Like, what? Fucking really? Like, was he even on in a camp this year? I don't know, but it's like, holy shit, now you're deciding? Now everybody on the radio is like, fans are picking up, like, hey, how come there's no, like, veteran quarterback for this guy to talk to? I don't know. We've been talking about this the whole fucking time. Yeah, why isn't there one? Oh, man, they got to do something. Like, he's got to have someone to talk to read defenses. Yep, Yep, nobody there. Yeah, oh, he's going to be fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, like, you're literally doing the worst fucking thing you can do to Josh Allen, and developmentally. That said, it's like they still realize that Sean McCoy was on the team. Holy shit, dude. Like, how about you feature him even more than you did, frankly? Like,
well, the thing is, it's not featuring. It's, you have to find, like, if you're going to give him that many touches, be more creative with it. Let him get half his yards in the air. Let him move around out of the backfield, catch passes in space. Don't just design a freaking 1990 style offense. And you're just
1990? Like, hey, what are you talking about? The Bills offense was awesome in 1990. Are you serious? Dude, no. Mike. This is like 1970, okay? This is like dinosaur era fucking football.
24 runs. It's just like, okay, that's cool. You want to get LaShawn McCoy the ball. I'm all for it, but give him 19 carries and then move him around in the backfield, screen, right. Do other ways to get him the ball in space and let him use his talent and create. Don't be like, all right, LaShawn, the box is stacked, but man, you'll get through there, buddy. It's okay. Just go on, sir. Have a good time. Show us how we can design plays where you can muster 3.5 yards a carry, and everyone's like, oh,
it's like, hey, you know what? We know you want to hit 12K, but I'll tell you what, we'll sign you to like a really cheap, like 10-year contract. Do you mind just like getting like 200 yards a clip a year? Like, is that cool with you? Because I don't know, it's cool with me. Yeah. So, what is the fastest way we can drive your career into the shitter, LaShawn McCoy? I don't know. Doing what we're doing. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's like, why do we have to tell them what they have on offense? Like, and it's like, if you have the guy like Derick Anderson, maybe would have been a fucking great idea to me, because he does make a lot of sense if you work with Cam Newton, which is like very similar to Josh Allen. It's like, maybe it would have been great to have him last week so he could be like, hey, man, you see how the blitz is coming in over here? You see this? Yeah, okay. After the coach already chews him out, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You got to have that dude who knows what he's talking about. And Peterman, for fucking, why are you still fucking here?
Yeah.
Your fucking boy, fucking Peterman.
Hey, I'm just saying, if Peterman would have ran a better offense the last 2 weeks, but, what do I know? Everything. So
yeah, I mean, your accuracy is pretty correct. So
I mean, yeah, Josh Allen is just lighting up the league. It's a good thing we benched somebody for someone to come in and just put up absolute pedestrian.
You know what a great way to work on his accuracy is against live bullets for Josh Allen? Is to just figure it out year 3 and year 4, and then have him just price himself out, because he plays just almost to like Andy Dalton's like mediocre day by the time he's in year 4, and he priced himself out of the market. So sorry yeah.
Yeah, if he became as good as Andy Dalton, that would be great, because then he'd be a lot better.
That's why I said half as good.
Oh, we're going half as good as Dalton? Okay.
You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, some guys, they get just good enough for their contract year. I mean, don't take notes on Calvin Benjamin on what to do with your contract year at all. If you want to be out of football, there you go. Fucking holy shit.
I mean, he's not turning the ball over that much. I mean, he's only got like 5 interceptions and
right, right,
one fumble loss. Well, fumble. I mean, he's essentially got 4 fumbles, but they've only lost 1 of them, so that's not bad. It's pretty good. But yeah, like I said, like the offense is terrible. The defense is doing just fine, and it's actually not good, because the defense is just going to make us win games that we shouldn't be winning, and then it's only going to just give us a shittier pick for them to fuck up with anyway. So, like, instead of being like towards like the bottom and just let the offense do whatever, they say, you know what, we're gonna stay in as many games as we can. We're gonna be like, yeah, we won like 7 games with these guys. Maybe they muster 8 wins. They're like, look what we did with this. Just imagine.
Look at Corey. Look at Trey White and Corey Davis. Yeah. Like, the kid's a fucking monster. Like,
oh, well, that's what I'm saying. He is a monster. But if you could have Trey White or Patrick Mahomes, who do you want?
You know what, though? People do bring up the theory, which I agree with you. Obviously, Pat Boy, because you and I are in lockstep on this one. Old Bill's marketing term. Lockstep. Yeah, we're in lockstep. Mike Smitty and I on this is the Bills have never. I want to bring up this theory, and I want to make a separate podcast. I would really like to dive into this one, and I'm going to write this down. Never, but
write it down.
I think with the Bills, I think I might even be able to present to you the case that the Bills giving up what they did in this year's draft for Tremaine Edmonds and Josh Allen, those 6 picks for 2 players, and giving up a starting left tackle, which also causes salary cap hell. I would almost argue with you, or not you, but make the case that draft capital was maybe as bad or on the radar as almost as bad or worse than giving up your entire draft for Ricky Williams back in the day. At the same time, in hindsight, if Ricky Williams in the NFL didn't have a fucking stick up his ass about fucking weed, you could almost argue that dude might have been like one of the best ever.
Yeah, Ricky Williams was a freak, and
even when he was older, he was a freak. And it's like, dude, the guy wants to find out about mind, body, soul, temple, all this shit, and like he's a spiritual being, and like the corporate NFL is not about that. Like they like rip that dude's career away. But I'm just saying, Mike, like if that dude had the career, okay, that he could have had, you could really tell me that that's not really that fucking crazy to get rid of that dude. Because if you have a typical draft of how many Bills teams have we seen where like the 7th rounders don't make it, 6th rounder kind of hangs around, practice squad, 5th, but then you get like 3 starters anyways and are maybe mediocre, but you have like a home run hitting guy and like in Ricky Williams that is out of the box ready. You know what I mean? Tremaine Edmonds, he's not out of the box flashing. He as in like solid. He's decent. You know what I mean? He's doing his job. He's doing the best he can. He's young. Okay, but like you got to develop these fucking kids fast. These contracts are not around long. These kids have no loyalty to sports teams. They don't give a fuck. Pay me now. That's it. So they got to be out of the box ready to go. And Ricky Williams was out of the box ready to go, and you gave up. The Bills have never been set up better than this draft, dude. We talked about it. They've never been set up better than this draft. And they also gave up, I don't know if they use this. Yeah, the 3rd round pick for Tyrod went towards Edmonds as well. You know what I'm saying? So like, you would have had a backup quarterback, but that was $18 million on the cap, and you can slice it however. But I don't know. Is that crazy? Do you think?
It's not crazy. I mean, I'm not as big in the whole draft capital thing as you were. Like, I already did the statistical breakdown of player, where they're drafted in the draft, and the odds of them being, I say successful, and like, I mean, it's like being like an all-pro or a Pro Bowler like 3 times throughout the course of your career. Like, I'm not even talking like, Hall of Fame type numbers, but I'm talking like a really good career. Like, you had some great seasons, made it to a couple Pro Bowls. You were very consistent. You weren't like the best, but you know what I mean? And by the numbers, like if they hit on 2 players in the draft, then you're good. So if this draft comes out and you get 3 starters of it, it doesn't matter what round they were in. Like if you get 3 starters, what they gave up is worth 3 starters. And if you get that, then it's fine. I mean, obviously the only thing is the whole world, the media and everybody, they're going to look at, they're going to, no matter what, they're not going to care what you did with the rest of your draft. They're going to focus on what you got rid of and the quarterback that you got. Like if Josh Allen fails, they're going to just call it a crappy draft just because the one thing that you put most stock into failed. So I like what they got going on defense. I still don't know if Josh Allen's going to be able to, turn the corner, because I told you a long time ago, and I haven't changed my mind. Like, accuracy is not something that's developed, and I haven't seen too many cases where people just take an inaccurate quarterback and thus make an accurate quarterback. So until I see other, it will be what it'll be. But at the same time, the offense is like, I just don't get it. I watch them, and the play calls are just like, it's tough. It's just a tough watch. It's not entertaining. It's not like, watching, not even like the prolific offenses. Like, it's not even like a pedestrian offense. It's like no offense.
Can I be honest with you, Mike? I'm just so fucking sick of being psyched on defense. Like, I love defense. Like, don't get me wrong, I love fucking shit up. Like, but like, dude, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, my favorite part of hockey is like is back checking and ruining their day. Like,
if we have this defense, if we had an offense that was putting up 20-something points a game, do you know how like excited it would be every week? because you wouldn't be relying on your defense. Like, this is when you have a good offense and it puts up 20 points a week and you have a defense like the Bills. You have games like the Vikings where if you get a couple of turnovers and you just put in really good spots, you blow the other team out, opposed to what is the norm for the Bills, and that was like the exception to the rule. They'll play and the defense will get all these turnovers, but it'll be still like a super close contested game.
Dude,
like,
you know, man, it's like you want to give yourself, you're nailing it, Mike. You want to give yourself the best fucking odds of doing that. And to be honest, for the variables that fall on your side. And it's like, when you draft a quarterback and he literally like fought, and Mike, you and I, like, people might listen to this podcast if you're new and don't know us. We've been friends for about like a decade. And I'm going to tell you right now, Mike and I are known amongst our friends as like the fucking Bills homers. So to be on like this end of it is really like a foreign land of like, yo, what the fuck is up with the offense? Because I'm telling you right now, it's like,
speaking for himself. I'm not as big of a homer.
Nah, dude. You've always, you're not optimistic. You draft Fitzpatrick over fucking 2/3 of the league on the board in a 16-team league fucking 7 years ago.
That was mad late in the draft, and statistically,
seventh round. I will never forget that for the rest of my fucking life. That was like the 7th round you took Fitzpatrick.
Statistically, he's not. I took
Trubisky like in the 13th round or whatever.
He's not a bad quarterback statistically.
Okay, dude. Listen,
fantasy wise.
Sorry to miss fucking speak for you, Super Homer Bills fan, who takes Stevie Johnson and fucking Fitz to pair it up that year. Watch out, stay away, Palermo. I'm gonna divert the path.
Hey,
just like, I would have taken Adrian Peterson this year. He fucking snags him. Great pick.
Well,
gamesmanship.
I got a solid game going on. It's 114 to 109. I got Ingram and Hopkins. He's got Adrian Peterson, and I'm winning right now by 5 because Ingram already popped it in the end zone. Welcome back, buddy. Warmed up a nice seat.
Nice job working hard in the offseason with their PEDs, bro. Love your dedication, homie.
Hey, you know what, though? I like how he rested, the first 4 weeks of the season. Now he's ready to come in and do some fucking damage, bro.
Yo, dude, I'm telling you, man, the Aaron Jones Green Bay pickup was fucking money. That's what you get for listening to the players talk, So,
well, what I'm hoping this week is I'm playing some douchebag, the Josh Allen Truther in one of my fantasy leagues.
Is he the one that's cleaning up the dynasty league? What is he, 3-1 right now? Is that the score? Is that douchebag me?
That douchebag could be
just cleaning up with the team he took over like a hero. He just took over this fucking team out of nowhere. And fucking Todd Gurley is just fucking money, baby.
Yeah, so when you take over
how jealous can you be? Are you going to be a little bitch about this right now? You don't got to be mad.
You're acting like you did something spectacular.
I did. I had a good fucking draft.
You took over the team that has the highest scoring player on it, okay? You literally got Todd Gurley. Like, you already, you walked into just, an awesome team, okay? You're just going to, over the next couple years, fuck it up, and then it's going to be a shitty team. But right now, it's got Todd Gurley. Okay, and it's good. And it's just like when a coach comes in,
just
Callahan,
that's how it is.
Just like when Callahan came in after Gruden and he took the Raiders to the Super Bowl. Okay, yeah, he's just like, I'm a freaking great coach, man. We're winning all these games, man, and saw me, man. So look what I did, look what I put together. Well, as soon as
what about fucking Dungy though? What about Dungy?
Exactly. The same thing happened there. Dungy put together a team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dungy put together a team, and then boom, walked out, and then Gurley comes in. Look what I did. Look what I did.
Dude, when they fired Tony Dungy, I was like, what the fuck are you fucking idiot ass clowns even, what? What are you doing, Tampa? You guys are stupid. You guys are absolute dog shit, and this guy gets you to rise above the fucking ashes. Anyways, that's my rant. Dude, I'm telling you, Mike, I don't know. Look,
I'm upset because look, if the Bills are going to win, I want them to fucking play football and win some goddamn football games. Don't win these games and keep these prices of the tickets high because I'm trying to take my son to a football game and I would like to pay like $50 a ticket max to go, and they keep squeaking out little wins like this. Tickets aren't going to drop until it's too cold and I don't want to go.
Dude, I've been just rooting. Like a part of me, like kind of like wanted the Bills not to win yesterday. I was like, man, this is not gonna be good fucking radio this week, dude. Like, because I really swear, as negative and shitty as this is, dude. Like, if that dude catches that ball, it's a different fucking game. It's just a different game. 2 hands on the ball, drops it. Like, literally could have fucking rolled on the ground like he's into a snow angel before the goal line. That's how much time he had by himself. Like, it was definitely a blown coverage. And dude, it's just, I don't know what to think. It's not, the Titans aren't a prolific offense, so it's like the defense did its job. I'm proud of them. And the thing is every single fucking week, Mike, the defense gets better somewhere. And there's a new gem. Taron Johnson was the guy we discovered last week, is really showing up, in the week before a little bit. But last week was really kind of his coming out party. He went out of the game yesterday. He's a tough son of a bitch. And I guess Sal Capaccio saying that Micah Hyde had a quote about Taron Johnson saying, like, if you're in a dark alley, that's the dude you want with you. And those are my kind of guys. So, Taron, nice work, man. Working hard. He's tough, dude. He goes out of the game and comes back. Like, every game he goes out. Every single game he goes out. Like, that's fucking nuts, dude. Like,
No, and that was, that was a player that came from, he's one of their culture guys. So, like, but the thing is, he's got talent. He just got overlooked for being in a mid-major, and the kid's got skill, and he lays it out there on the line. He puts himself in the right spot. He does all the right things that you're supposed to do. But at the end of the day, he has talent to go with it. So,
Dude, it's just really as corny as it sounds, as I've been ripping on a culture point. But the truth is, when the deck really feels stacked against you, you just have to keep working. And, you just have to keep grinding because, if you're him, you get drafted this year later in the draft, and for me, you take a cornerback every draft, so he was kind of like, that guy, and I didn't know what to think because you and I have talked. I'm not super sold on the staff totally, but I will say Leslie Frazier was a defensive back, coached defensive backs. I like Frazier. He's on the Dungy tree. Also, you got fucking McDermott, who is a defensive back player himself and coached the position, so I trust it. So it's nice that Taron is doing well, and that's what we needed because this draft, I was ultra fucking bummed out. So if you're telling me we can get Josh Allen, he's doing what I expected, but if we can get him set up decently, and Harrison Phillips is a fucking monster too. Like, holy shit, dude. Like, shout out to him, man. Like, that kid is awesome.
Like, I feel like the GM is going to pay because, like, I'm not saying he's making all the right moves, and obviously, but if you look at the draft, let's say you get 3 quality players out of the draft, they might actually get 4 out of the draft.
I think they are. That was my point. I think they might get 4.
That would be like phenomenal. Even if one of the 4, like, it doesn't matter how many of the others fail, but at the end of the day, they're only going to get graded on the one.
Yeah, but the thing is, always like, you still had, like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You could have gotten a more accurate quarterback for the same, like, I don't, dude.
Right.
6, dude. 6 top picks, man. 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. That's so, like, come on, man. We have been conditioned as Bills fans for the first round picks to fucking flop, to really dive into the second and third rounders and really grasp, hoping that they do well. When we've learned to love those picks and to have them not be there, I was like, fuck. You know what I mean, dude? I was like, fucking bummer. So, yeah, obviously I'm getting over it. But, dude, all it takes for me to sell me on this shit is just Brandon Beane, man. I know you're not listening, but listen up. Like, just do some smart shit. Do something where the nerds, dude. I don't really fit into this Bills culture shit, dude. Like, I enjoy going to the tailgates because my friends go. I like walking by the chaos, but, like, I don't really care to fucking stand around and get drunk. Dude, it's kind of boring to me. Like, I'm more of like, oh, shit, can you believe they picked up? I'm more of like the philosophical guy of it. Like, let's pass the blunt and talk about it. Like, what do you think they should do philosophically here? Like, I don't think this player's used this way. This guy was using this system. Like, I want to know that there's so much more than the drama and the bullshit. There's so much interesting shit about the game, and it's almost like since ESPN's been frankly owned by Disney, it's almost like sports has just gone down fucking hill. Like, I can't listen to Skip Bayless. I can't listen to Shannon Sharp all the time. Are they entertaining? Fuck yeah, dude. I get sucked in, but, like, these are just, like, monotonous fucking lowball arguments. I'd rather have this deep thought process with you, and then I think a lot of Bills fans do, and that's why it's like, you know, these coaching staffs are on a short leash because they think that this is just another landing spot, and we've seen this too many times, and I just hope that they figure out, I hope that Bean can just be swift and do some smart moves to figure out this offense. That said, the offensive line is starting to actually look a little bit better. And honestly, Josh Allen is really, you can't blame everything on the receivers. You can't blame everything on the line. It really is Josh Allen, dude. Like, he's just not accurate. You know, I can tell Calvin Benjamin died for that ball, but, like, he didn't even have a chance to fall down on it. And if the kid has an arm that's like a fucking rocket, I don't know.
And the thing is, Calvin Benjamin watches tape. Like, he got crushed the other day, and then in the preseason he would have gotten crushed had he gone to where his quarterback threw the ball. Like, I don't think everybody trusts Josh Allen yet. Like, you're not going to lay out for something if you're not sure if you're going to be protected in doing so.
Dude, I kind of think I feel bad for Calvin Benjamin all of a sudden, dude. You're right, man. Fuck, he's so fucked. I got to see it from his lens, man. Like, well, yeah, dude, he's totally leading him. Like, yo, if Ray Lewis was in the league, even at fucking 50, like, Ray Lewis would just fucking lay that dude out. Like, he don't care what the fucking rules are. He's dying. Like, he's dying.
And I mean, the only benefit now is receivers are protected, but, like, some of these passes, like, are like do not throw passes, or, you know, it could, you know, some of it's just his bad accuracy. Just, it's not like he's intending to get somebody killed. He just throws a ball that will thus get somebody killed.
What is it with fans when they're like, "No, man, you just gotta see this Andre. He throws it like so deep," and I'm just like, "Yo, just wait till wait till he can't throw a simple fucking out, and you're gonna be like, okay,
Kyle bowlers all over the goddamn field, and then you'll be like, oh, maybe a super powerful rocket arm is not the most important thing to be looking for in a quarterback." You'd be like, and all those people that were laughing, "I can't believe Baker Mayfield went number one. Who would do that? They don't know what the hell they're doing." Well, I think they knew exactly what they're doing. I'm shocked that they did it because I heard that they were going to go down the wrong route, but I think they're very happy. And you know, like, when a team's got confidence in their quarterback, understand that game was much like the Bills game. It was tough. It was all defense, and no one was doing much. Baker Mayfield threw 43 passes, okay? So, and Baker Mayfield is number 2 in the NFL at throwing completed passes to covered players, okay? That's what accuracy does. You can throw to places where others cannot.
Remember when we did the draft show? And I told you, I go, "Look, Mike, I could sit here and do all this homework myself. I could sit here and watch the tape, and, you know, we talk about this all the time. Do I trust your fucking eyes watching the tape? Yeah, I actually trust yours because you're obsessed with football. Some other people that tell me that, I don't. Have you seen him play? No, I haven't. But, like, these other guys that have watched every one of these plays about 300 fucking times, yeah, I'm going to trust them and gather all those people's thoughts and make my own opinion off of that, because that's what it is. It's called gathering the fucking data, assholes. And then I'm not going to pretend anything that I know anything and then go, who has the best accuracy? Because the way these contracts work out and the way the CBA works out is you don't have much time with these guys. So how about you go with the guy with the best accuracy? Okay, and it has some arm strength. Stop about this cutting the ball in the fucking wind in Buffalo. If you're not going to throw the fucking ball downfield, does it fucking matter? Holy shit, dude.
If you're going to throw the ball 20 to 25 times a game, like, it doesn't matter how you throw the fucking ball, you know? Like, you're not a throwing team. You're not an NFL. You're not a present day NFL team that, you know, everybody throws. It's just what they do.
You know how many quarterbacks I've paid to see come into Buffalo and just beat the fucking shit out of them? That you want to think have like the best arms, or you see these running backs that just come in that you've never fucking heard of and just blow up, like, of course, my fantasy team, because they had to start some fucking schlep. So, of course, I was playing them as the, you know what I mean? So you get the fucking double punch and a nutsack. Yeah, dude, seen it too many times, man. Like, fuck out of here with you got to have a guy with big hands bullshit. I want a guy who's smart, okay? And I don't want to rip on Josh. I like the kid. I think he's fucking hilarious. He's my kind of dude, I think. At the same time, like, yo, put the fucking Chick-fil-A away. Like, go lift some weights. Put the fucking Chick-fil-A away. It's not. I don't like that shit, dude. Like, these players should not be eating fucking garbage, yo. It's fucked up. Like boarding an airplane and eating Chick-fil-A before a fucking game is fucking stupid. Sorry.
Wait. Why are you knocking Chick-fil-A like that? It's not that bad. But look, what I'm saying is, if you got this guy and he's got this rocket arm, let him use his arm. You know, let him throw passes.
You know what the best way to do that is to establish the fucking run? Like, give it to LaShawn McCoy. And you know what Josh Allen actually seems, and I have not looked at any fucking stats, but to my naked eye, if you trust it, as I said you shouldn't, he's fucking cool right off of play action, dude. How about you try that shit? Like, geez. Like, I love when they get him just rolling out. I love when they're like, it's like, dude, just, I don't understand, dude. Football is not that much of a fucking mindfuck, man. You got LaShawn McCoy. Give the defense what they want, okay? Let them hone in on him the first few plays. I don't give a fuck if you have a few 3-and-outs. Keep giving him the ball. Work some play action eventually, or in that series. Second play, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Just do something. Do something that's just not like, all right, well, Josh Allen, just go shred the defense now out of shotgun, or here you go, just drop straight back. No play action. Nothing to help you. No motion. No, let's read the they're just not. Just, if you have a rookie quarterback, can you at least do everything in your power pre-snap to help the fucking kid out? Is it like that hard? They're not. They're not even doing what they can on the roster to help the kid out. So why should I trust that they even have coaches who could help the fucking kid out? So you get the kid that's the biggest fucking project that can't throw the ball accurately, and you don't support him, and here we fucking are. And here we are. And if that kid catches the ball yesterday from the Titans, it's a different game. You know what I'm saying?
No, well, here's my big
How
thing,
would be having going on in Buffalo right now?
If it's my team and I'm running it, I know what level of talent I have, and you can say all the right things in front of the public, but you have to, if you know you're rebuilding and you don't have a team ready to compete, just let the kid go out and play. Design some plays where you can, he's not doing enough throughout the year, you can say, you know what, we fucked up and we drafted this guy. We drafted Paxton Lynch. So let's just get another quarterback. You know what I mean? I would rather see
my beef is you just gave up 2 extra fucking starters for that experiment. But if you only gave up one, I'd be like, oh, whatever.
But that's the thing, Dave. That's why your theory of they gave up 2, but you didn't give up 2. If you get 4 players out of this draft, you didn't give up anything. That's really good from a draft. If you can get
Mike, they had at least 3 extra picks out of 7, right? So, like, They have 10 picks and they got 4 players. That's not good fucking math. I don't know what the actual math was. I got to do the research that I won't. But, like, if that's the case, that is not good at all, dude. That is not good at all.
It is good, though. It is good. Not. Okay? If you run the numbers and you do the statistical analysis.
We're doing it right now. This is called analyzing fucking numbers, and they don't add up.
Yeah, it maybe like in the world of statistics, maybe that doesn't sound like good numbers, but if you take that same ratio, and that's 40%. So, like, let's say they hit on 40% of draft picks, regardless of when they were early, late, or middle. It doesn't matter when they were drafted. If you're hitting 40% of your draft picks, that's phenomenal. Okay, normally you only hit about 30. So that extra 10%, that's a whole nother player.
So what do you call it when? So what do you call it when? God, I'm not gonna fucking get into the draft pick argument because
no.
Listen. If Josh Allen can't survive,
if Josh Allen can't survive, would you rather them let him go gunslinging all year and then by the end of the year, like you have a full picture, you're like, man, this dude's accuracy is really bad. He literally looks just as bad as he did at the beginning of the year. Or do you want them to protect him? Don't play him the way they should be playing him. Like, you know, they let Peyton Manning come in and just do awful things his first season. But he still had through X amount of touchdowns, but they went 3-13, okay? So he wasn't doing that well. But he learned and he showed what he can be and what he can do.
Don't bring up Peyton Manning. That's like your Patriots thing earlier. You can't bring up fucking Peyton Manning.
I bring in legends, okay?
You can't bring up Peyton Manning. Sorry, man. What
I'm saying is you let the kid play. And if he doesn't show any sign of advancement, I wouldn't care if they took that first pick and got another quarterback with it, okay? But when you're going to be in the middle of the draft, now you can't get the best quarterback in the draft, okay? You're not getting big boy from Buffalo. You're not going to go out to Oregon and be like, hey, what's going on? You're not going to get that elite quarterback. And then if you draft the quarterback, he's already not going to be in the echelon, so his chances of success is already lessened. And then you go a whole nother year with this quarterback that showed no improvement. He's probably not going to show any improvement that second year. And then you're just like, oh, now we need a quarterback. So hopefully maybe at that time you at least address all the offensive needs beyond the quarterback. And then when you go get the quarterback, you know, but you're only pushing the getting of the quarterback another year. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying I would rather see that. I'd rather say, hey, we got the guy, or hey, we don't have the guy, because he's going to have
for sure. But the coaches got to do what they got to do, which is what you're saying in a nutshell, which is like, coach, you know what you got to work with. You see this fucking kid more than we do. Can you make it work? Can you like give him the best chance not to fucking die? Is that hard?
Set up the offense to be easier for him. Like if you want to protect him with play calling, not by just not letting him throw the ball at all.
It's weird. I thought this game was actually like a better, as much as we're shredding it, I actually thought it was like a better, on my end, I thought it was honestly a pretty successful offensive performance. Even though the stats are fucking putrid, as far as not stats, as far as like possession and like opportunities and getting first downs, and like that's all I want, dude, are manageable fucking third downs, you know, manageable second downs, like no backwards, you know, and that's what I'm trying to say is like I still think that the offense does get a tick up a little bit. Josh Allen didn't look fucking flustered, which is amazing because he's been getting killed. He's really tough. You know, I wish I could tell you I saw his touchdown in that whole first drive and all that, but you know, I was still outside getting into the fucking gates for a half hour because that was awesome. So I decided to put on Instagram some fireworks that you can't even see against a cloudy sky. And
yeah, I saw that.
I don't know why people would actually fucking watch that.
I didn't watch the whole thing because you mentioned fireworks. I'm like, what the fuck is he fucking tripping on acid? There are no fireworks.
Not this game. But so all right, that's been Numb Bills Fan fucking podcast episode number 201. That is Fantasy Smitty at Fantasy Smitty on the Twitter
Holla
box.
at your boy at Fantasy Smitty.
I just said that. You guys hear an echo? I do too.
Yo, echo. Yo, you gotta bring the intensity if you're gonna say my name. Okay, I can't have this lackluster shout out. It's got to be. They gotta feel it. Okay.
Yo, next time I'll bring the fucking air horn. Bill Fantasy Smitty. Yo, where the body's at? DJ Mike Smith. The fantasy picks you can't ever trust. Come on up.
Hey. All I know is I'm trying to beat the kid this week.
Who, me?
Score that TD. Yeah, you.
What's my team name again? Which one?
Josh Allen Truther.
That's right.
Your ragtime quarterback just.
You gave me that name. That's the best part. You gave me that name, Josh Allen Truther.
Yeah.
And then I went out of my way into 16-team draft, which is not that league. Which remember my team is called the Dagos in that one. I snaked Nathan Peterman from you. Steal.
Do you want Josh Allen? I'll trade you Josh Allen.
Oh, you want CJ Beathard?
Yeah, I would definitely take Beathard over Josh Allen.
Who else you want to package it up with?
Dude, I got Baker Mayfield. I'm fine.
Yo, do you think anybody from our leagues besides our friends listen to this? Because like it'll be really funny to do like a 3-way collusion fucking trade, and like nobody would know we colluded on all 3 leagues.
That we colluded in all 3 leagues because they're listening to our podcast. Yeah. I'm sure there's someone from one of our leagues that probably would pick up on something somewhere.
Yeah, but are we the only ones in all 3?
Tommy's in all 3 as well.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, but he don't listen to this shit.
He definitely does not listen to this shit.
Yeah, I don't fucking blame him. We'll get him on for some fucking blasphemous Cowboys talk. Oh, I'm starting with fucking Cowboys! Okay, tell me about him.
All I know is your boy threw a TD pass, and he's fucking up the stats.
Who's that? CJ Beathard?
No, fucking... You got... I'm trying to get my first victory in my league here, and it's not going well.
Where in your dynasty league that you've been a part of, that you change the rules every year to tailor towards you, like nobody's going to pick up on it, and you just fucking fail every time you do that? Just stick to the one rules. You know what I mean? That's why I left that league. That league sucked. Fucking worst league ever. But then I heard the new rules after fucking 5 years of development, and I'm like, I'm back. And I got my pick, Andrew Luck.
I had to find a way to, balance everything out. I mean, it ain't working for me, okay? I'm trying to make it fair for everybody. Like, I should just say fuck it and just tailor the rules to me. That would make my team, better. But, my team is on the verge of 0-5. I'm trying to get my 3rd win in your league there, the Bills Numb Podcast League. And I'm trying to get my 2nd win in the big league. So, like, the other league, I finally lost. I'm be 4-1 in that league. But I put up points, but this man put up more.
Hey, what happened to Saquon Barkley? What's his deal?
He's a monster.
Did he get hurt?
I did not hear that, and I have him a couple times, so I didn't see that. I'd have to see. Did I win this game? Who's he got left? No, he got. Yeah, no, he's got Mark Ingram and Lutz. Yeah, he beat me.
Oh, fuck, I'm gonna lose.
How are you gonna lose? In the
16-team league, yeah, this really sucks. This is really. Let me tell you something. This is really great.
Are we still on the show?
We're still on this dumbass podcast shit.
I thought the show ended. I thought you.
No, I kept talking. Dude, the one day I don't play Anderson, he finally goes off for the Jazz with 30 fucking points. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious?
I thought we were done. I thought we were just talking.
No. This podcast is still going, dude, but that's okay because we got some fantasy talk to add for the tags. So there's your fantasy advice. Mike sucks at fantasy football, and so do I.
Any fantasy advice?
That's Mike's story of fantasy football. So there you go. If you want to listen to Mike, you can find him on numbbillsfan.com. Fucking himself. So all right, this is over. Goodbye. Brought to you by Punch Drunk Sports. I'm your host, David Palermo, and as always, subscribe on iTunes. And if you like it, fucking tell your friends. Okay, please Tell your
Tell your
friends.
mothers,
Subscribe. This is a great family podcast. I would just turn it up. Not that much swearing. All right, your kids are adults. Whatever. Sorry if you hear my dog just walking around this whole podcast. I don't know what the fuck she is doing. But it was really nice to like hit the mute button on the mic and tell her to lay down. And then you're probably like, you kept talking. I don't know if you heard me, but anyways. All right, this podcast is over. Goodbye.
They're about to lose again, I believe.
Wait,
right?
what are you trying to say?
And you point out on air that in my league I'm dead last again. And you don't point out the fact that in your league you're dead last.
All right, I'll tell you what I just did. I just pressed record so you can repeat it, and I'll own it. All right, I got some dead last in my league, but like, you know, I wasn't handcuffed with this fucking roster in my own league. You know what I mean? I'm handcuffed in a fucking dynasty league. You're saying you're talking bad shit, like, oh, bro, this fucking over.
Did you just say you were handcuffed? You got a team that had fucking Todd Gurley on it and fucking Drew Brees. That's not handcuffed. That's a goddamn gift.
Zach Ertz.
Exactly. That was a fucking, like, your team was a gift, like, handcuffed. Like, if that's not the craziest thing ever.
But bro, I had to follow that up with some solid fucking drafting. Are you fucking serious? Let's go.
No.
Let's go. This is what we fucking did this league about. Let me fucking look at my dynasty league. I don't know which one I want to open up. Josh Allen Truther, where I'm 3-1, or am I going Jesus Wins Football in my own league? Let's go to Jesus Wins Football, the Game Center.
Yeah, go look at the team that you drafted. Yeah,
yo, my team fucking sucks. Marshawn Lynch is not showing up.
Yeah, your number one running back.
Fuck, I benched Anderson in that league too. God fucking damn it. Damn it.
He posted again.
Dude, who do they play? Well, Denver? Denver, god damn it. I have Denver's defense in the league.
Yo, and I'm
in that league for a fucking point. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take Antonio Brown. I was looking at your wide receivers. I need
my wide receivers are pretty fucking money. Like this guy Antonio Brown, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs. We'll just go 28-10, 29 points, 21-60. I mean, not fucking bad.
Yeah, I want one of those guys.
I mean, I'll get you Amari Cooper.
No, I want one of the three guys you mentioned.
We could talk about Amari Cooper. Let me see here. Where's your shitty team?
My shitty team has players at every position.
Yeah, where is it though?
Who's your mine's Goodwin Luck.
Yeah, I'm looking at your shitbag team right now.
Yeah, you want some running backs, which you clearly
You got
need.
Keyshawn Johnson. He's still playing.
Let's carry on, but sure. You know, he's in the same boat as Kenyon Drake. I don't know. I don't even know what the hell the Miami Dolphins are doing over there. Like, I talk about what the Bills are doing.
Yeah, I think our team fucking sucks. I'll be honest with you. And there's nobody on our team I really want. I take that back. I would take Sony Michel, but I don't know.
Yeah, I would take Sony Michel too. That's what I'm saying. I have running backs and you don't.
Yeah, I know. I got a bunch of receivers, but like, yeah, you're gonna get AB for that guy. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
come at me when you're not gonna waste my time, and I'll fucking come at you.
I'll give you T.Y. Hilton and a running back for AB. What's up?
What am I gonna do with T.Y. Hilton?
I'm literally not giving you shit back. Okay, that's a good wide receiver.
He's got a 0.
When?
Stats. 15, 21, 10, 15. Okay. All right. I got T.Y. Hilton's D's. Yeah, I mean, dude, for Amari Cooper, this sounds like a good deal. We could make.
Yeah. Why would I just give up?
You know what? I guess you're right. I'll just sit with my receivers and just look good, strutting.
Hey, you know what? You're about to be 1-4, so you'll be sitting on them all year.
Yeah, I know. That's why I went to my. That's why I went to my. That's why I'm looking at my other great team called Josh Allen Truther right now. Going to my game center there, gonna see what my lead is. Oh no, I'm losing that one too. I'm actually gonna lose everything. Oh wait, no, I'm down. Actually, I take that back. I have a kicker still. Okay.
You got a quarterback.
I have this quarterback. Not a big deal. Just Drew Brees. And if Drew Brees can get me a whopping 12 points, your boy's going to be here, Josh. Truth, they're in the Dynasty League, again, handcuffed with this team. He's going to be fucking 4-1. And, just ready just to clean up. And I mean, the Bills' defense really shut down Deion Lewis for me. That was fucking great. Todd Gurley really didn't even do anything. And we got 33 points. 33-30. Alshon Jeffrey, 5-9, Josh Gordon, 13 points. Zay Jones, 5 points. Yeah, I started Zay Jones because that's how fucking awesome I am, okay?
You started Zay Jones because if you look at the rest of your bench, it sucks, okay? You got C.J. Anderson, Rashard Penny, Ted Ginn. I would have started him. I don't know why you didn't do
It
that.
says inactive, you fuck.
Well, that'd be why you wouldn't play him.
Yeah. I know. Well, who should I start? John Ross? Oh, wait. He got 0 points, so... Yeah,
That's
you're
what I'm
right.
saying.
And you know what? Zay Jones did his job. He got me 5 points.
Your team has enough to, at any given point, literally lose 5-7 matches in a row. So,
Not really, dude. I don't know what team you're looking at, but Drew Brees is one of the best fantasy football quarterbacks ever, always, of course.
You have Deion Lewis, and your flex player is Golden Tate. And really not Golden Tate because you put Zay Jones in the starting lineup. So, yeah, this team is on the cusp of just losing. I mean, fortunately for you, you played me. So, my team is pretty terrible. And I had to out of desperation this week, I had to start Mike Williams and Cortland Sutton in this league, which is terrible. I mean, I wish, T.Y. Hilton.
What is your team even called? Dirty Money Beckham? Is that your dumb team name?
No, I'm a chub for Jimmy G, but I have to change my team name because I don't have Jimmy G or Chubb anymore, so I need a new team name.
Oh, wait. So I'm playing you right now.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Duh.
I don't. Oh,
kind of what we talked about.
Oh, yeah. You act like I've been ripping bongs. You act like I've been ripping bongs here the whole podcast. No, I don't want to do that.
I thought you got the cue when I said I was playing a fucking douchebag this week who's probably going to beat me. I thought you got that.
You know what's funny is I did get that cue 20 minutes
and then
ago.
Forgot all about it.
And then I stopped the podcast and I said goodbye, and then you accuse me of thinking I care about what people think about my fantasy football so much that I want to blow up your spot and make you look like a fucking fantasy loser when I don't give a fuck. It's just so funny, man, because I inherited this team and I'm on the verge of being a champion, So
yeah, look, I can help you. But
no, you did. I don't think there's ever been a trade where I'm from you, where I'm you know what, bro? That sounds like a great fucking idea. Okay, I just hit me with one since I've known you, where I'm you know what? That actually sounds like it would work out.
I would give you Adrian Peterson for Allen Robinson.
Dude, listen.
I'm shopping Freeman. I'm shopping Peterson.
I'm shopping Cooper. It's the number one target.
You don't have Cooper in that league.
I have him in the other one.
Yeah, unfortunately, your team over here. I mean, if you get an injury, let's hypothetically say Todd Gurley doesn't make it, you literally have no chance.
Mike, do you wear robes?
Yeah, what's wrong with the robe?
Because I busted on my robe, and I haven't worn a robe in a minute.
Dude, robe life.
Yo,
bro.
dude, I got my Bills robe, my implied marijuana socks, and I'm fucking living life right here, man.
Yo, man, I'm living life too, man. I'm laying down. I'm fucking just in the bed. I got 2 pillows behind me. I'm just kicked back looking at these fantasy things. Yeah, this is the true American dream.
Yo, dude, I think I'm gonna take a fucking picture for the gram on this one, man. And then you can.
That's seriously what you got to do,
Dude, I
actually have a Bill shirt. I got one of my super comfortable Bill shirts on. It's nice. Checking out my boy Baker putting up 20 points for me yesterday. Ingram's about to go snag another TD away from your boy.
I look like a fucking imbecile. I'm
That's
not
all
gonna
right.
post. I can't post this. I look like an idiot.
Why can't you post it, man? It's fucking Robe Life, bro, man. Rock that shit. I mean, look, I can tell you, I've been working out quite a bit. I'm down to about a $180. I got 5 more pounds. I'm not going. I'm not going below 175 because that'd be too small.
Like, do you
I
drink?
got it. I got to stay
I'm
swole.
telling you, man. Just don't eat as much sugar,
I don't.
and you'll
I
be
told you,
good.
I'm good, dude, bro. I've lost like 9 pounds, like a month.
Yeah, but dude,
Killing it.
isn't it what's great about getting depressed?
I, all right,
Like the
call it
weight just
depression.
like like
I call it
my
I
weight,
call it
dude. Like my weight just
I
like
call
flew
it
off.
Dave. I call it getting motivated. I'm not depressed. I'm good. I may be separated and living in my mom's
No,
basement
I'm
right
just
now,
oh,
but I'm not
I'm not
depressed.
speaking for
Okay.
you. I'm not speaking for you. I'm just saying in general, like.
What I tell you, man? My boy just scored a TD. Ingram, welcome back to the game, baby.
Oh fuck!
Did he run it in? I hope he did. I didn't see.
Is
I
that the
just
league
saw
we're
his
playing
score.
each other in? No, your guys are all set, right?
Yes, but he ran it in. Yeah, that's
Oh.
not the league we're playing. But every time he scores, maybe your boy Drew Brees doesn't get 12 more points. Wouldn't that be great?
Mike, don't be a dick.
Hey, can I get my first victory against you? Come on, you don't be a dick.
Dude,
Okay?
if you won against me in any league,
Well, I don't. We've
I'm
only
sure
played.
you would know.
We've only played. That's the first matchup we've had. I haven't played you in the other league
Yeah.
or the other two leagues yet.
Dude, could you imagine if I actually started trying
At what?
at fantasy football?
If you started trying, then it would just get worse for you.
Yeah, dude, if like I actually started trying at fantasy football, dude, you'd be like, oh, damn. I'd be so impressed.
No, I would. I look at your team where you actually had to draft an entire team. I'm like, man, if this guy keeps trying, he's gonna destroy this team. And it looks like I'm about to go. I'm about to win in that league. I'm about to be 3-2 in your league, sir. On the verge of. Well, I'm in a good spot right now. I'm in fourth. Another win, I'll be in third. I do believe, because I'm playing the dude ahead of me. So if I beat him, he's going to be below me. So yeah, I just got to keep on racking these victories. You know what I'm saying? My team's turning the corner. You draft the squad, and then you're just like, when are these guys when are these Taron Johnsons and these Sony Michels, when are they gonna show? And they're starting to show. Like the three players that like I don't understand what's going on the most in the NFL right now. Kenyon Drake, I don't know why the fucking Dolphins hate this guy. Like, whenever he has the ball, like, he's doing good things. Like, and that's literally all in the statistics. And you can just watch. You can see that he's far more productive than, like, Frank Gore. So he's not getting enough touches. Taron Johnson is definitely not getting enough touches. And yesterday, that rat bastard, LeGarrette Blount, fucking stole 2 of his touchdowns. It's like, you see this stuff across the league and you're just like, what are you guys doing? Why did LeGarrette Blount rush, 14 times yesterday and sucked up the whole field? Like, okay, give him the goal lines, but he didn't have to take all the other goddamn bullshit carries. It's like, come on, what are you guys doing over here?
LeGarrette Blount is just a hammer. He don't stop. My phone's about to die. I'm going to let you go, but it was great talking fantasy ball. Because I just like to get advice from champions like yourself,
Hey, I was one of the only players in that league. It's been done since now, but in the 16-team league, there's only 2 teams that have ever won the most games, scored the most points.
I really hope my phone don't cut out, dude. That would suck if you really, you couldn't hear the end of that,
Yeah, well, just to let you know, true champion. All right, Dave. Well, you have a good night.
Well, that's been Mike Smith.
Fantasy stuff. I got to look through about 33 best ball leagues, see what happened this week.
Well, that was great, dude. I'm glad we got to really talk this one out.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to get AB, so let's do something.
I'll talk to management and I'll let you know if the message gets passed. All right?
Yeah. Tell management I got manila envelope for him.
Yeah, let me know. You can probably get an address to mail that. So there's also a thing called Google Pay. Works out pretty good. PayPal. send a gift off. I got to wait a couple days. Just let your client know. All right. Thank you, Michael.
All right, baby.
See ya. That's been the podcast. Goodbye.